Hi, I'm Eric Lichwager, and welcome to another episode of Quick Chop. This week I'm going to be doing a butternut squash soup, which is really great for cold days. If you watched the episode from last week, we did a bouillon. We're going to be using that bouillon today to make our soup. If you have a bouillon already or a canned one, plastic Tetra Pak one, those are great. They're fine. If you have that already to go, or you made the bouillon that we prepared, it's a quick recipe. It takes like 15 minutes. Okay, let's get chopping. Quick Chop is provided by Mission Grocery Outlet in San Francisco. Okay, butternut squash are in season right now. They're pretty much in season from the fall through the winter. They store for long periods of time, so it's really good. We don't need a whole lot of it. We're just really gonna use about half of this. I'm gonna cut the stem off here and here, and then we're just gonna peel it. Fairly tough. And inside here is the seeds. That'll store in your refrigerator for a couple weeks, really, just like that. Just throw it in a Ziploc bag, but leave the Ziploc bag open. You can use a peeler, or you can just take your knife down the side. Both work. I'll show you how the peeler goes. So you can just take it down like that. It may take 2 passes. You want to get it down till it's nice and orange. I've got the parchment paper down, so it makes cleanup really easy. Makes pretty quick work. This is probably the longest thing you have to do in the prep. Good to go. We're also adding to this, we're going to be adding some turmeric. This will add a little nice health benefit and also a little bit of a flavor component as well. Careful with your fingers, stuff will stain just about everything, and that's why I really recommend keeping the parchment down for that. So you can leave the peels on even, it's not terrible, it's not bad for you. So, oh man, it smells great as soon as you start taking that off. See, it stains very quickly. Just gonna cut this. Again, that's just gonna add a component to our dish. I'll leave that on the parchment paper so it doesn't stain my cutting board. Cleanup's easy. So, just gonna dice this up. Up to you how much you want to make. It just cooks faster if you cut it in smaller pieces. So I just cube it up. Butternut squash, great in a lot of different things. If you've watched our show, you've seen I've used it with kale, roasted it, barbecue it, roast it in the oven, saute it. Today we're making a really nice soup with it. Pretty simple. So all I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna heat up my pan here. Not real hot, about a medium heat. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of grapeseed oil. And pre-salt my pan a little bit. We're not browning this. I don't want to brown it or anything like that. So we're just gonna toss this in there when the pan's hot. And I'm also going to put the turmeric right in there. Yeah. So I'm just getting these pieces coated, and we're just going to kind of heat that up a little bit before we add our bouillon. The bouillon, if you watch the other Instagram recipe, that can be prepared ahead of time. It'll keep in your refrigerator for about 10 days or so. And you can freeze it, and it can last for up to 6 months probably in there. I strained it off, but I put in some fresh celery and carrots when I created it, just to kind of give it that nice freshness. Pan's hot. Now I'm just ladling in some of the bouillon until it's pretty much covered. And we're just going to let this simmer until the butternut squash softens. When it's all done, we're just going to throw it in the blitz and it'll be done. we've cooked the squash now. There's no resistance with the knife. We'll go ahead and transfer it. You'll see that turmeric has given it a nice bright color. Remember, always cover that up with a towel. So I'm going to start with just a pulse. Okay. Now I'm going to transfer this back. Up to you if you want to add things to this. Now at this point it's pretty much purely vegan, vegetarian here. There's no added fat or anything like that, but I'm going to kind of dress it up a little bit, and we're going to add a little bit of butter, a little bit of fat to it. Up till now it's been just olive oil, grapeseed oil, vegetables. You can serve it just as it is, but this will make it a little more luxurious for those of you who want it to go that way. Use plastic utensils here now, because if you use the wood with the turmeric in there, you're going to stain them. So we're just going to fold this in on low heat. Just going to add a touch more salt in here. So it's important not to walk away from it at this stage. We don't want it to bubble, because now we've added the cream in there, so we want it to just be nice and smooth. So now everything's nicely incorporated. I'm going to go ahead and transfer to our bowl. And this really gets this great color from that turmeric. We didn't use too much, just enough to make it interesting. Now, for a garnish, I'm going to just put some pomegranate seeds in there. And then just a little bit of lemon zest on the top. There you have it. So that is our finished butternut squash soup with a little turmeric in there, made with our fresh bouillon that we made last week. Hope you enjoyed it. It's great for a nice cold day, and it actually is a little cold outside today, so I think this is going to be our lunch today. So if you're watching us on social media, don't forget to follow us or like us, and we appreciate it. And all the subscribers we get helps. And if you're watching us on EA TV, certainly subscribe there as well. Thanks for watching, and see us again next time on Quick Chop. I'm Eric Lichwager. We'll see you next time.